Math is a wonderful thing. Math, 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 math.
PC less than PC squared equals C. What is it? What does it mean? This is a mathematical type equation.
I've done the math.
It signifies change. What it means is when the pain of change is less than the pain of staying the same, that's when change occurs.
Cold hard math.
Is it going to be harder for you to continue on your path of drinking and self-destruction than it would be to stop? If you think about it like this, it might make your decision easier. Is your life in turmoil? Is your life falling apart? Is alcohol at the center of that?
I drink alcohol.
Then perhaps it might be easier for you to take away the thing that's destroying your life. It was for me.
It's much easier to do it this way.
This simple equation really helped me put things in perspective. It was harder for me to stay the same, to live that same lifestyle of drinking. It was easier for me to stop my bad habits. It was easier for me to start new, to start over fresh.
I need to change.
My life was very difficult when I was drinking. I hated myself. I pretty much hated everything around me.
Hate.
I never had anything of value. I worked shit jobs, made very little money, and the money I did make went towards one thing, drinking. And the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, and then years. And that makes things even worse. When you look back and see wasted years,
I've been miserable so long, years of my life wasted.
which leads to more depression, which of course leads to more drinking. I was in extreme pain, not just emotionally and psychologically, but spiritually as well. I was also in a lot of physical pain. Years of drinking had started to take its toll on my body. I was physically falling apart. And I knew to continue down this path would most likely mean my death. So I realized that living this way was very, very painful, very hard, very difficult. The only relief I got was when I was drinking, and I could not stay drunk all day long. Trust me, I tried. It was impossible to do. So I concluded that it was actually going to be easier for me to stop drinking. The benefits of alcohol not being in my life started to make sense. Most of my problems stemmed from alcohol.
Because I'm an alcoholic.
The absence of it meant that a lot of these problems and a lot of these issues I had were going to go away. And they did. But it meant a lot of work ahead of me. To be able to get to that point, I knew it was going to take monumental effort.
Maximum effort.
But I started. And one of the very first things I noticed was that my financial situation immediately became better. I wasn't spending any money on alcohol. I wasn't going out to bars. And that was a huge help right at the beginning. My health also started to become better very quickly. I wasn't hungover all the time. I wasn't punishing my body with alcohol abuse. I wasn't in a constant state of dehydration and malnourishment. My sleep became a lot better. I wasn't just passing out. I was actually getting healthy sleep. My diet became better. And just after a few days, I started feeling better, and just a little bit of a hint of self-esteem and self-confidence started coming back into my life. I could see that I was trying to help myself instead of destroying myself. And I held on to that one little small spark.
To change.
I got my first paycheck sober, and I was able to spend it on things like paying my rent, paying the light bill, getting groceries, resupplying my house, which also made me feel better about myself. I became more productive in my life. I became more productive at my job. I wanted to go to work. I wanted to work more hours. I wanted to earn more money. My outlook on life became better, slowly but surely. And that's how all this began for me. I realized that it was easier for me to stop drinking than it was to continue drinking. And this small little mathematical formula that I worked out, I just wanted to share with you because it does kind of break things down into something simple. And it's something like this that can make sense to you, and it's helps you. When I was drinking, my life was hard. It's so much easier now without alcohol. I'm more fulfilled. I'm happier and healthier. My mind is sharper. I don't have that crushing, overwhelming feeling of guilt and shame. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time anymore. My financial situation has gotten so much better. My personal relationships have improved dramatically. My relationships with my family has improved greatly. And the thought of going back to that lifestyle reduces over time. The risk
That's fucked up.
The risk reward to me is not worth going back to that way of life. I know what it feels like to be drunk. I'm not missing out on anything. I'm not trying to destroy myself anymore. I just happen to be one of those people that doesn't drink like other people. And I can accept that today. It's counterproductive for me to do that. And for me, I just know that it's not a good idea for me to drink alcohol. And I can live with that. But that's how I simplify it. You know, it's not a good thing for me. I'm doing this. And I know if I can do it, you can do it.
The power to change.
Just make the right decisions for yourself. Don't overthink things. You know, stay focused on what you're trying to do. And if this simple equation helps you out, great. Use it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care. And remember, know thyself.